Felix, welcome to Best Ball Nation.
Yo. How we doing today? Getting ranks. I thought I was going to be able to finish it by the time my intro was over, but that was not the case. All right. Ranks 8-4. Uploading them. Ranks 47. Let's see here. Next. Sell this post. No. Comments. Yes. Allow members to be notified. Yes. Email notification. No. That's where you have to go. Download image. But alrighty, that is in there. Bada bing, bada boom. Ready? We're going to go ahead and jump into a draft. First draft will be. Let's go ahead and go on to the draft area. Lobby. Can't you see? We'll go ahead and jump into the $1 qualifier. Let people come into the rooms. And then second draft will be Millie Maker. 11 and 12, so not a lot of space for that one. Which gives us plenty of time to chit-chat, find out what's going on. That being bada boom. Can we move me over here for now? Oh, shoot. Not what I meant. Boom. Shoot. Auto draft. Draft board. Speaking of which, I need to upload my drafts to the thing. These are some interesting profile pictures. So big-breasted lady on the far left, classic helmet on the second, a creepy 13 Shawner. No for them. Some guy looks like might be a serial killer. Some eagle or falcon. I can't really tell. Some child is what I'm guessing with that shirt on. I don't know what he's doing with his hand, holding a phone. It's very interesting. Stupid, sexy. What's the last part of that? Flanders. Okay. And then we got Bryce Danielson. Oh, and them dang ninjas. That's interesting names and profile pics in here. Alrighty, so ranks are up. Second draft will be a Millie Maker draft for those that wanted to hop in, but we'll go ahead and get the day started. Let's pull up the X, see what else happened on the X. Talk to Who Hams. Sounds like I might be on his channel on Sunday. It's a good dude, good vibes. And an awesome beard. Yeah, just can't. It's not that pretty for me. Oh, I am not showing first round. There it goes. Adjusted the ranks, move some receivers up, some running backs down, some running backs that we do like on this page. He's just going way too far down to be wasting an 11th round on him. Little Najee now going at 150 because he's walking. I get it, you know. But they're saying it's a part of his rehab, which is not a great sound when you hear it out loud. But I mean, if that's what the doctor's telling him to do, like, what's he supposed to do? You know what I mean? Disregard it. He seems to be a good rule follower. Justin J going at pick 6 is kind of wild. I'd still get him before that. I'm gonna have 40% Justin Jefferson. I think at the end of this, it is what it is. I'm okay with that. Making the bet on the previously number 1 player drafted. Oh, I think I want to show you guys some of my $3 teams after this as well. Like after we do the next draft, before we get out of here, unless we get a new subscriber to the Patreon League, patreon.com/Best Ball Nation. If we get a new member, we do a third draft. What's it called? Yeah, I have like some wild like the play action. I maxed it like the second week, and I have some crazy good teams on there. A-Chain in the first round in the world. I got CMC at 11, and it looks like I might get him with Antonio St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I guess not. I get him with Genty. I have so much of that combination. It's kind of silly. Like that's not Devin A-Chain, and then you get Brian Thomas Jr. That's not like this wild combination. Like you could get that at the beginning of like in the turn. The dollar draft, whatever. Get your guys. Oh, Neighbors won at 7. I was like, oh, I'm run raw. Then maybe. Nope, neither. Sean Mitchell. Are we really excited? Maybe I'm just like too boomerish, but are we really excited about Bill Krosky, Merritt, or whatever his name is? What's the let me find his name. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, aka Bill, which I don't get, but I guess I need to see it on the field if he's really that fast. Like with nobody, I can see nobody's tackling. You know what I mean? So is it just because nobody's tackling? Is it because he's super fast, or what's going on there? Anything silly else going? I think Tyreek Hill going in the second is so silly, but time box contest, it's really not that out of line. In the Millie Maker, that's kind of silly, but I moved. If we get 3 running backs on the left, possible. I think my best available might be a running back here. Well, Trey McBride hasn't gone, has he? No. Jamar Chase, Brock Bowers. Y'all, that is an insane start. Chalk it up for JFT 158 here. He's one of the advancees. Just gotta hope we get something on the turnaround too. So I was worried about getting running backs. We got 2 to start with. So you guys just all hate tight ends? If so, I'll happily take Trey McBride at pick 35. Happily take him. So I was right about the rookies that we were going to move up. I was worried I was going to get another share of Jaden Daniels. I've been getting a lot of shares of Jaden Daniels today, but at a way cheaper price. I got him at 47 today. Okay, so quarterback run here. I'm worried about if I'm going to get a quarterback. Trey McBride is still on the clock. And just kept my stupid mouth shut. There's something that I'm going to get a Marion Hampton, I think is what I'm going to get here. I'm going to triple RB. Yeah. Christian McCaffrey with 2 rookie running backs. What could go wrong? And that means, is it Tet? We're going triple rookie just after the CMC. I'm glad this is a dollar draft. Oh, Kyron. Oh, cool. We're going to go full running back because that triple QB run there. I can almost guarantee nobody has this start. Well, maybe they do. It's not too crazy. Oh, man. Not my favorite start, but interesting for sure. Quarterbacks are just flying. How do you feel about Dowdle? Seems like he's dropped a few rounds. I scoop him as RB5, RB6. Well, in this draft, I will not be getting him, as I already have 4 of my 5 in my presets. I think he's just a guy, but it sounds like they like him. He seems to be the pass catching back of the two. I think they both are similar players, but if something happens to Hubbard, he's a great backup. I wouldn't say he's a bad 5th or 6th running back. You know what I mean? All it takes is one injury, and it's not like Chuba's impervious to that. Like he's just a guy. So yeah, RB5, RB6 is awesome. Do I take him? No. Should I take him? I don't think he really fits what I do. I don't think. In all reality, I'd like to be done with the starting running backs that I want by round 10. And then my backups, I typically like them to be rookies or players with high upside. I don't think that's where my brain's going. I don't think Dowdle has high upside. I think he has solid upside. Like if he got the job and Hubbard was injured for the whole year, I still think they use Trevor Etienne, and I think they would use Dowdle. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be Dowdle's job to himself, regardless, unless Etienne got hurt. Then he might have it to himself, but I don't think he gets the job to himself, and I also don't think he's like that explosive. With that offensive line, it's not the greatest. It's not a bad offensive line, but it's not like the greatest offensive line. So yeah, 5th or 6th running back, that's fine. It's not what I want, so I won't get too much of it. I think I have like 2 shares out of like 400 drafts so far. So personally, I'm out, but hey Felix, do you also do weekly best ball between the weeks when football starts? Yeah. If you go back, you can see all the terrible teams I drafted after all the resurrection leagues that DraftKings throws out there. We used to do them on stream. I can't remember. We did them on stream a couple times last year. I can't remember if we did like every week. Yeah, but we do them. I can't say I did well, but we do one draft, and I guess you can't base success off one. Oh, nice. We do the resurrections, and then I do the underdog drafts, but I don't typically do that on stream. I typically do those like as I'm doing my lineups. The underdog drafts, the dailies. Dude, the number one, the drafter out of the one spot is gonna destroy this league. Destroy us. Chase, Bowers, Jacobs, and George Pickens. is an awesome. You might as well just give him the qualifier. What would we get? Devontae, solid, solid. Not like the greatest number one wide receiver for sure, but like solid. Say Flowers, okay. So we have explosivity. We just need more of a floor, but Devontae has a decent floor, but it's not like a great floor. Zay Flowers has a small floor. This could be pretty bad at wide receiver, but we're taking 10, so it's a 3-5-10-2 build, which we're going to get 10 wide receivers regardless. And I changed my wide receiver rankings pretty heavily today. So we'll probably get like Lambert and stuff like that. So we're going to have a lot of spike week potential at wide receivers, which we should have decent production at the RB and flex. And I don't know what quarterbacks we're going to get with them. Well, they were flying. They didn't take any in the 5th round. So that's good news that they continue to fly. If you guys didn't catch it, did you play football in high school? Sure did. Played with Eric Bifor at the Mascoutah Community High School. 2006 was the year we graduated, so that'd be 2005, 2001. Yeah. Played in college until the preseason, and then I quit like right before the season started, right before school started. Just didn't have it in me. Also, the team was terrible. I was going to be starting safety, and I did not need that kind of pressure. Also, I sucked at school, so it wasn't going to last long anyways. Funny enough, that school shut down. McMurray College, if you want to look it up. Not Mac. Good old Mac. Funny enough, we would have been, Eric Bifor and I would have been in the same town at different colleges. He would have been in Illinois. He played for McKendree. I believe he finished up at Illinois College, which 2 of my classmates went to. Right after, because I got a ride home from them. They were the rival school, though. And we weren't really close to that. We were all 3 hours away from that city, which is weird how we all ended up there. Are you the type of guy that waits to the 7th round 7 for quarterback? I sure am. My highest owned quarterback is Justin Herbert. I think the quarterback round from 9 to DraftKings, of course, round 9 to 13 is the ultimate quarterback section, and I think that's where you should grab him. Aaron, yo. It's another day in paradise. Did you play high school football? Yeah. I played offensive lineman and linebacker / DB. I was 160 pounds, you know. What are you drafting tonight? So right now we are in the $1 qualifier. And then after this, I figured you get some people that may want to draft against me. And we will be doing another ranks versus the lobby in the Millie Maker. My sleeper is Drake May. I love him in the fantasy. Dude, yeah, he's awesome. I am new to DK. How the heck do you see your exposure on the upcoming drafts? I've done like 140, but I can't find my exposures. I remember seeing them last year, but I can't find it now. Okay, so they're only on your phone, but you have to have something in the upcoming schedule, like something in the DFS world. So what I did, which you could do what I did, or there's a free way, but I don't really know how to do all that jazz. I just put a $5. I signed up for the $5 Millie Maker that they have at the very first week of the football, and if you have that, you can just look at it on your phone. I hardly use the app, but yeah, that's the kicker. Or if you do use a lot of desktop, I don't know what your budget is for gambling and whatnot, but I use my buddy's website called spikeweek.com. You can upload all your drafts. You have to use Mozilla, unfortunately. But you send it all to a website. It pulls up all your teams. You can look at, I can tell you exactly what you can look at. Spikeweek.com. Log in. So for me, I have DraftKings. You can pull up all your lineups. You could see, you could hit on the first tab, it says drafts. That's where you see like the traditional, like Jamar Chase at 1, CD, you sort by ADP, which is more normal. And then you see your exposures there based on the Millie Maker, or you can select which contest you want to look at. Like, yeah, sure. You can see what contests right here. You can pick which one you want to look at. So these are the ones I've personally done. You can also do it for Underdog and Drafters. You can look at your lineups. You can find lineups that you want to look at, like right here, and see how many combinations of like a certain couple you have. Exposures, you get to look at like exposures that you do. Like most of my builds are 3, 5, 10, 2s, structures, your how many matchups you have that have those. Those are the ones I mostly use, so I don't really know say that on that. I'm curious on how this what I don't know what this means. My ADP or I don't know what that means. Player combos. You have all these other things. I don't know how to use them in my benefit. I'm not saying I'm stupid. I'm just not saying I'm smart. Yeah. DraftKings Best Ball. Share this tab instead. I did that all in underneath the round. My sleeper is Drake May. I love him in fantasy. I do. Yeah, I get it. I definitely like him too. Drake May just went at the 101. A little bit of a reach there, but he has such a great draft. I don't blame him. He got Diggs. It's okay on the phone. I hardly use the app. I'm new. I think I'm going to wait till the week 1 best ball bets. I'll wait till the week 1 best ball bet. Maybe next season I'll do the overall best ball before the season starts. Okay. I think I understand what you're saying. I'm new. I think I understand what you're saying. On mobile, click the upcoming, select best ball. Top of the screen says player exposure. It doesn't differentiate contests unless you did, unless you only did one contest or two contests, the one before the season and the after season. But yeah, you can't separate Millie Maker from qualifiers, which that's one of the big things I like about having the Spike Week tool, which again, it's like, I think it's 20. I don't want to tell you the wrong total, so I don't know what the price is. Account. Payments. It's $39.99 monthly. It used to be $24.98, but then they added a bunch of stuff, so that's why they upped the price. So it's $40 a month. But in all reality, like if you downloaded it this month, just this month, you're paying it for a one-time fee. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna there's the season starts in less than a month now. It was like 31 days. So you try it out for a year, and if you do like how the tool works, if you plan on maxing the Millie Maker out, what's another $34.99? You could probably get that back in bonuses that they're going to be sending out here soon. We got Fields and Chargers, Fields and Herbert. Found it on the app. 31% Lamar. I have not looked into exposures for 140 drafts. That's interesting. 30%, 31% Lamar. Let's see here. What am I at? What's my so you're at 31% Lamar. I'm at I think it's 31% Herbert. Somewhere around there. Exposures. 33% Herbert. I've been pretty flat this year, though. So 22 Brock Young, Bryce Young, and 21% Brock Purdy. I know that I'm flat. I have flat exposures with Cooper Kupp at 53% and Najee at 50%. You guys have to understand that I, typically sit around somewhere between 70 to 80% for my players. But this year we're flattening it out a little bit, not because I don't like a player this much. It's more about I like a lot of players in a lot of different pockets. And so I don't always get the players I want, but 30% Kupp here. Yeah, my 53% Kupp. Slurped hard on him. Yeah, dude, I'm still slurping. Still slurping. I made TikTok. I made a video about Cooper Kupp, like he was like my highest owned wide receiver, and I was going through all of his highlights. I'm like, the dude doesn't look like he's lost a step in his highlights. Obviously, he died down at the end of the season, but it's okay. Like people have off weeks, and he was coming back from injury, and I'm thinking, at least to start the season, he should come off fairly decently as long as he's not hurt. He looked pretty good so far that I've seen. Now, if we can just keep him healthy, I think we got ourselves a steal. It's like there's only JSN there, and it's not the Jets offense where it's like it's solely focused around one player. You know what I'm saying? Like Sam Darnold has lots of options. He's got Arroyo, he's got Barner, he's got Kupp, JSN, Bobo, MVS. Like they're all going to get some, but I think the majority of the targets should go to JSN and Cooper Kupp. So like all that target share that they had last year probably going to come down a little bit because they didn't like the way the guy was running it. But that's 194 targets is, let's just say we cut that in half. That's 97 targets. So 97 targets to somebody else, like that could easily be Kupp. They will run the piss out of the ball. Even if they do run the piss out of the ball, which I don't know if they even will. Like, I don't think they're still going to like to say instead of what was the average passing rate? What's the passing rate to the Saints last year? What? The average passing attempts for the Saints, because that's who the coordinator is this year. Last season. So, New Orleans Saints had an average of 34.44 attempts. Obviously, you're not completing all those, right? But that's the coordinator that's now calling the plays at in Seattle. So 34. We have to assume 10 go to JSN, 10 attempts. So we're down to 24. So even if he took a fourth, 6 receptions, or let's say he got 10. Let's say, or he got 8. He caught 6. He's getting 6 receptions. He's probably going to go for 50 at the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like 40 to 50 bare minimum. So I don't know. And then the other guys catch 1 or 2. MVS is only going for long balls. Bobo, who knows? Arroyo could catch him underneath stuff. And 1 or 2 to the running backs. Like that still leaves like a couple targets. So I don't know. I agree they'll run the piss out of the ball, but I don't know if they have it. I think the Rams quit involving him on purpose. His numbers last year were not organic. Yeah, I agree. So if we move Najee back, Russ, we would have gotten him right here at the 11-11. But I'm glad it didn't. And so I'm now able to have 3 quarterbacks, because who knows if I didn't get him here, I should. I mean, Still would get one of them here, I guess. But playing with fire with these quarterbacks, man. Looking through the team. All right, so far we have CMC, Genty, Omarion Hampton, Kyron Williams, Devontae Smith, Zay Flowers, Cooper Kupp, TJ Hawkinson, Fields, Herbert, Stroud, Luther Burden. So we're definitely weak at wide receiver, but we already know we're taking 10. So we're grabbing above average of wide receivers. Who knows? Maybe one of them will hit late round. And based on my rankings, we're going to get Jalen Noel, which will pair up with CJ Stroud. I'm 20 picks early on Noel. And Lambert Smith, we're about 20 picks early on Lambert Smith. There's a very good chance that we get him. Don't forget, we will run a third draft if we get a new subscriber to the Patreon, patreon.com/Best Ball Nation. It's $5 to sign up. You get into, there's 3 spots available for the ESPN League where the winner will get $200. If I win it, the second place player will get $200. I do not win my own prize. I give it away. It's $200 that I'm giving out. I will be playing to win, but I've yet to win it. I think it was who won it last year? I don't remember. It was Nathan. One of the Nathans won it last year, and then Dennis won it the first year. And if we can continue to rise in our subscribers on Patreon, the prize will only go up. But we had a even exposure to a slight downfall after the season started, so I get it, but the more Patreon members we have, the more prize money I will give out. And the more leagues I'll give out. I don't care. So maybe I move Najee back. Somebody's taking him 137. The ADP's at 150. I'm already back to, I have to be closing 60%. I did, while I drafted today, I did just run a draft while I was working just to help me focus. It's like a good time crunch. It's one, I'm working on my ranks, right? So while I'm doing this, I see what I get, I see what I don't like. There is a player that I didn't adjust that I think I need to adjust. It was one of the injured people. Khalil Shakir. I did not adjust it to Khalil Shakir. I don't know where he went in this draft. I forgot this, and I still forgot to do it today whenever I was adjusting my ranks. So he still went at 193. So I was already out on him, right? But I wasn't like full out on him. And then I got him today. I was like, oh, I don't like that. Because I grabbed him and then I grabbed Mixon. And I was like, tough look. So yeah, we gotta adjust that. But back on the clock, put it on the board. Tootin'. Yeah, I was right. Tootin'. I know my ranks. I know my rights. Which is a fun RB5. It's got high upside, upside of being Bucky. It has a potential to not even play. Okay, I'm not excited about Jalen McMillions, but if Chris Godwin's hurt, it's a possibility that he, gets some run. And Mike Evans has notoriously had bad hamstrings. It's very easily, wide receiver 2 there. Not a winner at wide receiver 2, but he has a chance to play if something happens to Evans. So we're done at quarterback, done at running back. We need 1 tight end and 5 more wide receivers. Let's see here. Hector Felix. I'm going to say Felix. Hector Felix Castro. It's all these weird things that did make it. Oh, Felix get caught. High school football. Hanford. Okay, it's not me. Nope. We ain't in there. I was curious if I was in there. If anybody. But we did not hit any. We are not in the Google machine. I'm pretty sure. I played high school football. Sorry, this guy got me. I was a bit in my head. I'm like, where is it? The Eric, you got me in my head. I'm like, did I have anything on high school and have anything on in my head? But I couldn't think of anything involving me. I'll check my. Did I bring a Red Bull? Yeah, it's right in front of me. Check my MLB. We're in 27th, 1000th place. We're in it to win it, boys. Yeah, if I can figure out how to show you guys video from high school, I'll show it to you guys. Let's see if I can find someone. My awesome Facebook. Let's see here. Oh no, I don't know any of this stuff. There's no way it's under to Felix or T Castro. Let's just try this one. Was that my password? I have no idea. Okay, I thought so. How are you supposed to guess the password? How was that my close? Let's see here. I think I was tagged in a football photo. Your photos of you. I don't remember. I played O-line. Looking for a grainy photo because that's what it would be. I was a special teams warrior, though. I will tell you that. I couldn't. I recovered every onside kick played against us that year. Every single one. I thought someone had a photo of me. You know, it might be underneath my other Facebook. 2 Facebooks because I was a child. Let's see here. Let's see here. How did I get tagged in that photo? Okay. Man, oh man, I am looking for a photo that I was tagged in, but then that one, all you see is my butt cheeks. I should have tab instead. Your boy was right here. Let's see if we can find Bomb 4. Bomb 4 over here. Share this tab instead. Hey yo, Blake, yo. What is your favorite start you've had so far in your drafts? Okay, since you asked, I will go ahead and start looking for that other team that I saw today. It was in a $3 contest. It is absolutely a monster. Sorry, guys. You guys aren't winning the play action. Ain't no way with drafts that were happening in the play action. Ain't nobody's gonna win that. Like with the drafts that were being done. I don't know if they go up or they go down. I have some. I can pull it up on here. Oh no, let's see what we got here. Okay, it's not that one. All right, we're Spike Week. Lineups 1.5 play action. Yeah, let's sort by filter ADP value. Maybe that'll be easier to find it. Oh, you can share the board. I can pull up a board. Okay, so when I find it, I'll pull up the board. Brock Purdy, Bijan, Bucky, Kyron, Ted, DJ Moore, Waddle, Cup, Ricky Pearson. It was a Trey McBride team. There's a lot of Dylan Ted, McConkey CD. That wasn't that one. I'll find it. Was it this one? I think this was my favorite start. I think this was the one I liked the most. Or I was like, oh, this is going to be tough to beat. So let's go ahead. Let's pull up the board, see what it looks like. Okay. Okay, so let me share this when you guys get a chance to see if we're on the clock. So we got Noel. Do we get KLS? KLS, 206. Perfect. Chef's kiss. Okay, Mark Gesicki is my other tight end. Not, whatever. I need to move him back probably a few. Feels good. All right, let me pull up this one on DraftKings or on Spike Week. Share this tab instead. I had the one hole, Chase, Bucky Irving, Trey McBride. So I love that. In the fourth round, I got Hampton and Tedrow McMillions, Cooper Kupp, DK Metcalf, Justin Fields, Justin Herbert, Emeka Ibuka, Trey Harris, Bryce Young, Ray Davis, Pat Bryant, Leggett, Ollie Gordon, Roshan Johnson, Sanders, Mumfield, Deontay Johnson. Ooh-wee. How do I close the draft board? Is there an X? Okay. How? Eric. How about refresh? Cool. Yeah. I'll go back to the thing and I'll find the other ones. Share this tab instead. I don't know what my next wide receivers will be. I think that was my favorite draft that I've had. So let's see here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. This is where I want to be. Purdy to Bryce. Bijan, Bucky, Kyron. Wide receivers fell off. Meh. Okay, what about this one? Bucky, Josh Jacobs, Caleb Johnson, Tedrow, Chase. Meh. I thought I had better ones, but maybe I was just excited. Hampton, meh. Taylor, Bucky Irving, Hampton. Justin Jefferson, Tedro McWilliams. Oh, that's a pretty good one. So a quarterback, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, Caleb. Basic white, pocket quarterbacks. JT, Bucky, Marion Hampton, the top 3 running backs. Travion Henderson, Ray Davis. Wide receiver, Justin Jefferson, Tedroya, T-Mac, Trey Harris, Christian Kirk, Adam Thielen, Palmer, Pat Bryant, Wicks, Slayton, A.D. Mitchell, K. Dotton, David Njoku. Let's see here. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. I don't understand how these are sorted. Chase Brown, Marion Hampton, Christian McCaffrey. So I have a Christian McCaffrey, Puka Nacua, Christian McCaffrey, Chase Brown start. So that was Chase Brown fell 14 picks past ADP, and then Hampton. So my running backs there are Christian McCaffrey, Chase Brown, Hampton, Puka Nacua, Chris Godwin, Cooper Kupp, Ricky Pearsall, Thielen, Leggett, Pat Bryant, Jalen Noel, Naylor, Andrew Armstrong. He may not make the team at this current pace. Saquon, Bucky, Kyron, and the wide receiver 1, Travis Hunter. It's got Ricky, and it's all right. That's okay. All right, maybe they weren't as good as I thought. They were not as good as I thought. Trash probably over. Okay. My team ended up being CMC, Genty, Hampton, Kyron Williams, robust of robust running backs, Devonta Smith, Zay Flowers, Cooper Kupp. He's been in the league for so long, I still probably say his name wrong all the time. TJ Hawkinson, Justin Fields, Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, Luther Burden, Bashal Tootin, Jalen McMillions, Mike Gesicki, Alec Pierce, Jalen Noel, Keandre Lambert Smith, KLS, Roman Wilson, and Jalen Royals. A lot of rookies, but I like them. I think rookies are going to be positively looked at again. Even though they're positively looked at now, they're kind of overpriced in some occasions, but I think where I got them, perfectly priced. All right. Nobody else was in this lobby, or nor did they announce themselves before the 10th round. And if you don't, I typically will not look at your draft. Go ahead and pull up this. Let's see here. Anybody ready to draft? Let me know. If you want to draft, I need to hold on. I will hold on for you while you get ready. I've moved up the whole 1,000. I'm up to 26,138th place in baseball. What is that noise? It feels like somebody's messaging on Discord, but I have turned everything on Discord off, so I don't really know what else they could possibly want. This is going to want. Oh, we got something on the X. Or do I not have anything on the X? Oh, we have a message. At 10:45. Doing one now. Doing one. Not going. Doing one. Live on stream now, Steven. This guy is all right. So best ball meeting, 6 more to start, 30 seconds, Tuesday, April 9th. Friday, BBM 5 or 6, whatever. Four more to start. I'm not doing it until September. BBM, if you're down, not doing it until September. You mean August? September will be full, but nah, September. Nah, fool. All right, I guess nobody's said anything on the YouTube, so we're gonna go ahead and jump in. 2 of 12, plenty of spaces. Wow, just missed. Man, I didn't. I haven't even started yet. He's probably number 2. There we go, Aaron in here. That's silly goose. He didn't miss. He just backed out. Alrighty. Man, these fill up fast. If you are in the draft, please announce yourself other than people I already know. So I don't know anybody but Aaron. So if you're in here, let me know. I apologize if I don't remember your name. I'm old. That's what I'm going to go with. It has started. Here, draft board. Murph sounds familiar, but I don't know. I don't remember the username. Aaron got the 2. I got the 8. Yeah, I don't know any of these names. So, I mean, I knew a Stein, but that's probably not Eric Stein. So, let's see here. Auto draft. And if you'd like another draft to happen tonight, go ahead to Best Ball Nation. If you're not a member, sign up. It's $5. I give you ranks. I give you a free league to jump into for prize paying out $200 to the winner, and some old exclusive interviews. I've had Pat Crane on my channel for the podcast. I've had fantasy dog pound Pat on. I've had Rob Coakley from Spike Week on. I had Neil Orfield on, one of the great guests, Neil Orfield. Never had EJ on. It's always somebody I wanted to have on. We were on each other's streams like 3 or 4 times. So he never went on that. Who else is in on that? I know names, but my brain's like not telling me anything. Library. Know the Nation. The first Know the Nation, I'm drawing a blank out. My homie who created the Meg's been on. Meg has been on here. Davis Payne was my first guest, and that was a hoot on Know the Nation. Who was on the second Know the Nation? King Cap, the guy who won the $1 million prize. The second year or the first year they had a prize for the regular season BBM. The first person to win it was King Cap. He accredited me with helping him get that team created. So I was pretty cool. You know, those little tags you get for somebody winning something. That was the first time my first year doing it, and I got tagged in helping somebody win $1 million was pretty cool. I don't know how I really helped, but I was on the Trevor Lawrence versus, I think it was the Colts. I don't know. They were like week 17 matchup, and he built a lot of those matchups because of it. It might have been Texans. I don't remember. They had like a lot of high scoring games, and that was like what I was basing it off of. I was like, well, you never know. CMC, yeah, there we go. Another CMC start. Who else is on here? Oh, go back. So we've had him on. Who else have we had on? May. I had a lot of people on that first year, and then I felt awkward asking people. Fantasy Dog Pound. A lot of ranks. Sorry, it takes me a while to look through them all. I had let's Chris. I forget his name. Jose would know his name. He's the one that got me to get him on. Know the Nation. What's this? June 27th, 2023. Pat Carane, owner of Leg Up and winner of BBM 4 or 3. BBM 3, maybe? Yeah, BBM 3. So I'm just going through who else we've had on here. Don't want to leave anybody out. Davis Payne was probably the longest and the most fun. I just had fun talking to him. We did a lot of money line picks last year. So I did a lot of weddings last year. So we were pretty. Chris B value draft picks. He was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to talk to. He had to go, so it was a pretty short Know the Nation. That's what we did last year. Oh, duh. Kyle Marley, friend of the show, constantly in my channel. Great guy, great dad. Happy to have him anytime, man. That dude's awesome. How can I forget? That dude spitting UFC facts, man. And I go to them. I go to the Ship It Nation guys I go to them for UFC because my guy Big Marley's on it. I go to them for golf because of toe tagging Tambo and the late departed D-Gen. That sucked, losing that guy. He was a good person, man. It sucks when we lose good people in life, like good personalities is what I'm saying. Good people is debatable. Oh, are you doing ranks versus the lobby here, Aaron? You doing your ranks versus versus the lobby? What's it called? Yeah. Who else do we have? I haven't had anybody from Stochastic, which is like some people I would love to have on. I always want to have Lofty on because that dude is interesting. Him or Josh Engelman, they're the most interesting people. Interesting people out there in the world. So if you ever guys want knowledge of a certain DFS sport, I always suggest Stochastic as a first time run through. This year we did JSU's get to know the nation during his draft. He was kind enough to stay around for 2 hours. I wasn't going to make him do another 30-minute interview afterwards. And he gave me a shout out today, so I appreciate it, JSU. What do we get? Garrett Wilson. Oh, let's go Garrett. We'll take Garrett. I don't have this combo. Yeah. And of course, we did my cousin live on stream. Him and I talked for like another hour after we got off of the video. Probably should have recorded it, content. But it's just nice to catch up with family, not recorded. You know what I'm saying? Man, do we? Yeah. Because every time the first question I always ask is, "What is your favorite childhood memory?" on those interviews? Because when you ask that question, I always think of it as like one, it's a good, not icebreaker, but it's a good question because it gives nothing but positive energy. Like, how could you not think of like be sad when your favorite childhood memory? You know what I mean? So I think there's nothing better than that first question. You get all sorts of different answers. I haven't looked up Davis Payne. I haven't seen his Twitter in forever. I don't know if I know I didn't unsubscribe, so I don't know. if he just doesn't tweet anymore or what he's been about. Peng's picks. Let's see who reposted the pound. Yeah, he doesn't post anymore. That's okay. I know he's working, or he was working for Underdog. He was a Najee supporter of, as well. He loved the olds. He loved the olds. He loved James Conner. The draft, the show that we get. What do we get? We get Jaden Daniels. I've been getting so much Jaden Daniels. It is ridiculous. What was I saying? Yeah, the show that him and Hope used to do was awesome. And he's the one that created my intro. So if you guys ever see the intro, Davis Payne created that for me. So I did a 25-hour live stream. I think it was 2 years ago. Not last year, but the year before. I did 25 hours because, I'm on one upper. So everybody does these 24-hour live streams. I was like, well, I'll do 25. So I did that 2 years ago. And after my 25-hour, I had a lot of energy to give. And he was asking for takes so he could make the video. I was like, yeah, sure, dude, no problem. Like, what am I doing? Like, I should be asleep right now after doing 25 hours of live streaming. And instead, I was making these videos for him. And I kept sounding more and more Southern / like I was from Bama. Because every time I say, welcome, Best Ball Nation. And I was like, welcome to Best Ball Nation. Roll Tide. It kept coming out of my mouth. I think it was delirious at an hour 26, 27. Because I was awake for about, roughly 30 minutes. Went to the bathroom, got everything ready for the 24-hour live streams. I was awake for about 26 hours. Because it was like 25 hours and a half. Unfortunately, I did not know that it wouldn't keep the recordings past 12 hours. So that's why when we did the 2 10-hour streams, I did it that way. So that way we could get more footage. Oh, man. What are we going to get here? Pick 56. Hoping that Debo's my pick at 65. But we shall see. It might be Roma Dunze. Devontae Smith, interdivisional matchup at least once. I don't know who they play week 18. Let's see here. I always forgot I saw the Chargers play. So I got distracted. I went over here to just change off ESPN. ESPN, box score, NFL, scores. Let's just try to get to week 18. Who's playing week 18? Who are they playing? Washington Commanders are playing the Eagles. So we get them one time during the season. What week is that? I don't know. Is it week 17? Nope. They don't. They play the Cowboys week 16. They play them week 16. So a playoff correlated pick. That's one way to look at it. I know I'm not getting any. Not going to get any Cowboys, so that's kind of out of the picture. I'm not going to Ibuka at 64, y'all. We have jumped the ship. I cannot keep up with this price. I keep lowering him, and y'all keep going crazy lower. Yeah, I'm not going to get anything to pair up with Jaden Daniels, which is fine. He's a perfectly cromulent, naked quarterback. And based off let me look at the winners. I've bookmarked it. Hold on. Give me a second. Home, profile, more. There it is, more. Okay. So the year I won it, I had it stacked: Rob Gronkowski, Chris Godwin, and yeah, and I had Zach Wilson paired up with Elijah Moore, Jared Goff paired up with Josh Reynolds, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I had all the stacks. The year that the 2022 winner had it, he had Russell Wilson with Jerry Jeudy. That's it. That's all he had stacked. Nothing else was stacked together. Everything was unstacked. It is kind of wild. The year 2023, he had Dak with CD and Stroud and Nico. And it looks like he had Matthew Stafford. It says go to the directly post from here. I don't really want to go to the direct post from there. I get it. Okay. Yeah, Matthew Stafford. So I hit a couple stacks. I take it back. The year 2022, he won it only one stack. The winning team from last year was it Jared Goff, Derrick Henry, Bucky Irving, T. Higgins, Ricky Pearsall, BTJ, Jerry McBride, Bijan. So it was 3 running backs. Devontae Adams. He had his running back paired up. Herbert wasn't paired up with anybody. He had Gabe Davis. Looks like one of my drafters. Got Cooper Kupp. Whoop, whoop. Put it on the board. Yes. I'm surprised we didn't get Ted. Oh, because you got Tederaw. I like your draft. I like your draft, Aaron. Mr. Blue-Eyed Bandit. I like your draft. So the winning team from last year, 3 quarterbacks, none stacked with pass catchers. 3-6-8-3 for the second year in a row. A little week 17 correlation between Rams and 49ers, Carolina, Tampa, and Atlanta, Washington. So week 17 is all that matters, but it doesn't mean you have to go overboard on correlation based off the last year. Let's see here. Yeah. Yep. Jordan Addison. I don't have a lot of Jordan Addison. I think he usually goes at like pick 70 something. So no, I got him at a value here. So we have a lot of good wide receivers, which means we are getting kind of we're shafting ourselves a little bit at the running back position again. This is what I worry about. So it's not perfect. The ranks aren't perfect for drafting, but there are pockets where like there are positions where I feel like my auto draft dominates the leagues. And it typically, if I can get running backs early, I feel like my auto draft feels a lot better. If there was a way you could program it to grab, hey, no matter what, get the next running back available in the first 2 rounds, or the first 3 rounds, grab 2, you know, if you get a wide receiver in the first round, fine. But in the next 2 rounds, grab running backs. If I could program it to do that, that's what I would do. So then I feel like my teams turn out better. The one running back builds, like the hero running back builds, I don't feel like turn out as well, but it's at least better than my very first Rakes versus Lobbies. If you guys go back and watch that one, it is abysmal. right, Sean Mitchell, did you have camp news from today? He does. Michael Pittman sidelined with a groin injury, dealing with a groin injury. Head coach Andy Reid on rookie camp standout Jalen Royals. He's big, strong, catching ball well. Looks like the quarterbacks trust him. That kind of thing speaks for itself. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt camp hype equals must watch. Could be household name in the fantasy by week 1. Reports at a Steelers camp that rookie Caleb Johnson has been inhumane while also being labeled potential walking TD. Yeah. There's a certain streamer that has his initials LM talking shit about Caleb Johnson. And I'm not saying he's wrong or right because I don't know, but he's very negative about Caleb Johnson, and I'm all in if I can get him. I shouldn't say I'm all in. I am above average happiness about Caleb Johnson. I think he's an explosive back that fits more of what they want in Pittsburgh than what Najee was able to do. Like for this run scheme. Instead of doing things that fit players, some coaches, offensive coordinators, do what's best that fits their system, and that is what's his name has chosen. Jaden Higgins went at 88. That's interesting. We got Brock Purdy. Oh, no, we didn't get Brock Purdy. We got Bo Nix. I think he'll be good. DJ Giddens gets run with ones. I need to scroll this out 1 second. There we go. What did I say? DJ Giddens get runs with ones. OC Bob Cooter says oftentimes had a knack in camp for finding creases, reading defenses, and working with his offensive line. Sounds like a great number 2 for Jonathan Taylor. Or if something happens, he can take over for a week. Cade Silver is said to be most improved player of the entire offseason, regardless of position groups or side of the ball in Texans camp. So should we stop taking Schultz? Stafford has now been seen a back specialist twice in the last 2 weeks concerning his back issue. Could we be in for a few weeks of Jimmy G starts in the beginning of the season? Justin Fields will take it. We'll finish off a quarterback room with 3 running quarterbacks. I don't care if they're all naked. They're all great running quarterbacks. Just want to point out, if you heard it here first, well, Matthew Stafford's back. Just kidding. I'm not going to victory lap someone's back injury, but I do think I was kind of on point with that analysis that, this back injury, Puka Nacua shouldn't be going in the first. Yeah, I was kind of on that train. But, whatever. Whatever, man. I'm not here to brag about myself. We're here to read the news. James Cook Holden continues today as he is at the second practice in street clothes. When asked about it, his response was business. Earliest reports on scannable MRI, scan on leg comes back clean. No practice Monday, but Dayball says he's getting better. Positive sign for the rookie running back. JT Sanders continues to get high praise in Panthers camp, catching passes in droves and adding yards after the catch with regularity. Rocket ships. He was my highest owned tight end last year. Of course, I'm out this year because I'm building different tight end rooms than I previously have. He's not been a part of them, unfortunately. Not completely out. I feel like my running tight end rooms aren't. Hold on. Since I scroll to the bottom, it takes a while to get to the top. To the top, make it drop. Just do all tournaments. Why you show me just that? We'll just do Moneymaker 2 million first. Okay. Jatavian Sanders. How many Sanders teams do we have? I don't know how to spell Jatavian. Wasn't part of. I have 9 Jatavian Sanders, so I'm like right at 8%, 7%. Weirdly enough, he's part of 2 of them have been part of 3 tight end builds, and I don't do a lot. Apparently, I do them with Jatavian Sanders. It's like on most of my 3 tight end teams, 4 tight ends. That draft here. Okay, so Best Ball Millie Maker drafted June 1st, so 3-5-8-4 build. Okay, Bo Nix, JJ, Bryce Young, solid quarterback room, nothing crazy there. Bucky Irving, Josh Jacobs, Trevion Henderson, Scatabo, Jalen Wright. I like it. Justin Jefferson, Teteroa, McMillions, Travis Hunter, Cooper Kupp, Luther Burden, Alec Pierce, Keenan Allen, Dontavian Wicks, Ted Hins, Dalton Kincaid, Sanders, Ben Sinnott, and Noah Fant. That did not affect anything. Weird. I don't really draft a lot of 4 tight ends. Almost never, because I draft 2 typically, 57% of the time. We got Trey Harris. Welcome to the squad, buddy. Got ourselves a Charger. We got 2 Chargers. We got 2 wide receiver Chargers. We'll take it. We'll take it. Hopefully, we might even get 3 Chargers. Because we're done at quarterback. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he already gone. He did. He went 108. Because I have Herbert in front of Fields, so it's pretty easy to find. Want to be a stream without a yawn, baby. I'm curious how many Addison teams I have. Jordan. Addison. I have 3 Jordan Addison. Make it 4, baby. JJ McCarthy. 1 without JJ McCarthy. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Harrison, Jordan Addison, Thielen, Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen, A.D. Mitchell, Mike Williams. Big Mike Williams. Hawkinson, Dalton Schultz. Burrow, McCarthy, Herbert team. Wow. Burrow, McCarthy, Lawrence, Michael Penix, Bryce Young. What? Why is that a 2 quarterback team? This team must be wild, right? 2-6-10-2. Penix, Bryce Young. Okay, that looking great. Bijan, DeAndre Swift, Jordan Mason, Rico Dowdle. Is this mine? Okay. We'll just stop reading the running backs. Drake London, Devontae Adams, Terry McLaurin, Teteroa McMillions, Jordan Addison, Trey Harris, Thielen, Xavier Legette, Roman Wilson, Jalen Royals, Hawkinson, Oronde Gadsden. When the hell did I draft this? July 17th. I feel like I reached on a Atlanta stack here, and I clearly did not get right tight end. The titties is going on here. We got Najee Harris. We got the Harris brothers. What up, Who Hames? What's up? Hope you're doing well. Mr. Who Hames and I will be together on Sunday, as long as no issues on either side of us come up, but should be good to go. What's it? We said 7 Central, aka 8 my time, because I'm gonna put the kids down at 6:30, and they should be done by 7:30. So I should have 30 minutes of getting ready time. Putting kids to bed is the hardest thing some parents have to do. And for my kids, it is absolutely the hardest thing I have to do. It will be the day before they go back to school, so it should be fun. If you need to, I doubt that you will. Please God, I hope bedtime does not take more than an hour. It should be good. We should be good. Yeah. Dude, the top of his lungs, he was screaming today because he wanted his tablet so bad. I was like, I just got home from work. I don't know why you're in trouble, but you're in trouble. Oh, kids, man, I love them. I can't wait to have more one day. Obviously, still enjoying the little one now, but I love having kids. I wanted a 12 when I first met my wife, and she says no. So we're gonna at most have 4, but 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Stein time out here building a unique build. Jefferson. Okay, what did I get? Who did I get? We got Trey Benson. Okay, I'm not mad at it. Not my ideal number 3 running back, but we have 2 more running backs to take, and we have 3 more receivers and 2 tight ends. We're done at quarterbacks. For the people just getting here, we got CMC, Lad McConkey, Garrett Wilson, Jaden Daniels, Devontae Smith, Rome Odunze, Cooper Kupp, Jordan Addison, Bo Nix, Justin Fields, Trey Harris, Najee Harris, Trey Benson. We're doing ranks versus the lobby, so I don't alter it. This is what you sign up for. If you sign up for this, you get free EV. You can take advantage. You can find out what I'm going to draft. You can put me in suboptimal positions. If you want to draft against me, there are 3 auto drafters in this draft right now. Aaron, who's also in the chat right now, wanted to do some ranks versus the lobby. And I don't know Jay Cowie 88, but he's also drafting. Zach Ertz. Oh my gosh, we got a correlated piece. I don't have Zach Ertz as high as he is currently being projected. So happy with that. Finally, a correlated piece with my team. Wait, we got Garrett Wilson earlier? Oh my gosh, we were correlating all over the place and I didn't even pick it up on it. We have Bo Nix with nobody. We got Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson, and we got Jaden Daniels and Zach Ertz. There's a potential that we get Pat Bryant here. I don't know. Yoshi. I know Yoshi is high on some people's boards, but this is definitely not this high on mine. Dude, this trio of quarterbacks. The guy next to me, the address has 3. Well, he was 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Hurts, Mahomes, Prescott. That's nice. I mean, he's probably winning. He's on the top half of quarterback leaderboards most weeks. You know what I'm saying? By week 9, 10, and 10. Paired up Hurts with Brown. Did you get anything with Mahomes? Nothing with Mahomes as far as I see. What Yoshi Foss? The Yoshi Foss is a little bit of a head scratcher. Jonnu to Adler. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't be out on Jonnu because he still can get some run, but I think I've placed him so far out of reach. You got Luther Burden. I like Luther Burden. I like it. Scott Barrett from Fantasy Points, I think it is. What contest this is? This is the DraftKings Millie Maker. It is not going well for me. Are you worried about Stafford? I mean, I was on the worried about Stafford long before anybody else was, I think. Everybody says, oh, you don't want him out there beforehand. I'm like, I think you do. Like, new wide receiver, you want them to get on page. And then I listened to, what's it called? The NFL Network, and they're like, oh, they don't need to practice. They're going to be in unison by the time the season starts. They're just so both used to it. I'm like, I don't know, man. This whole he had a back issue right after they won the Super Bowl. And after he won the Super Bowl, they had the back issue, and I feel like he didn't play as well that year. And then he was injured, and I don't know. I'm getting back. I didn't have good vibes after they got rid of Kupp. I don't know. Maybe that broke my heart a little bit, And I just got, we didn't get him. Did he go earlier? He didn't go earlier. Didn't remember having Alec Pierce ahead of Pat Bryant. We got to hope we get Pat Bryant here, or nobody else grabs him. Yeah, I'm just kind of out on the Rams in general. I mean, I'll take Kyron. I take Kyron, but that's a I have a lot of big for him. I'm just betting on the run because he likes to run the ball first down. Wait, yeah, dude, I was a Pat Bryant bull. I think it's about the same time you were. Before everybody else was on it, I had 30% in the big board slash DraftKings big board, the training camp board, and I have my exposure's gone down a little bit, but it's still pretty high. I had let's see here, just go over overall exposures. I'm at 48% Pat Bryant. So yeah, I'm a Pat Bryant bull for sure. Yeah, I have a bunch of Pat Bryant because my comp before, everybody compared him to Michael Thomas. I was calling him, well during the draft process, he was Pat the Fat Bryant. But like only calling him fat because he was a slow version of what I said of Odell because his hands were so aggressive at the point of the attack. I was like, this dude was a catch. He's going to make circus catches. He's going to be amazing. Now, I'm not hearing any reports out of camp, but maybe I'm just not tuned into the Broncos. But I wasn't that big on Beauty, so 18 rounds, about 7.5%, but rarely drafted there. Yeah, he wasn't drafted big board at all. I mean, he was drafted probably a little bit more on DraftKings, partially because I probably brought him up. But yeah, I'm pretty big on Pat Bryant. Got him. All right, so all quarterbacks are single stacked. Yeah, so we're pretty excited about that. Do we have any tight ends yet? Do we have Zach Ertz? I forgot. We have one tight end. Who's going to be our second tight end? If I had to put money on it, I'm guessing Dalton Schultz. Because I have the Texan players a little bit higher up because I'm so high on the Chargers and I want that week 17. I don't know if I'm forcing it at all, but I do this, as I at work, I'll have the auto draft. I'll sim while I'm working unless I think something needs to get changed, right? But yeah, I typically want it to draft a Houston player to go on with my Chargers. So Jalen Noel's a little bit steamed up in my picks, and so is Schultz as the back stack. Holy cannoli. 4 tight ends, huh? Jonnu, Hunter Henry, Pat Freiermuth, and Cade Otton. So he's getting hopefully he's paying 2 positions for a tight end spot that might be very little. I don't mean to shit on your team at all, but I don't think that's the strat, man. Alders 82. 4 or 5 tight ends going off the board. That's not great for me. Not great for me. Jalen Noel. Okay. There he is. I don't have a lot of Harold Fannin. I might be on the wrong side of that. I just think it's not like I'm not anti-rookie tight end, but I just feel like the tight end spots that were taken this year, other than Colston Loveland, which I'm high on Colston Loveland, I think they are in like positions of where they may not play as much as we think they will year one. Just because we've seen rookie tight ends take over jobs, sometimes they do take a little while. And it's nothing against the players, as they might take a year. And Harold Fannin might take a year behind Javid Njoku, or they might split them in, but it's going to be an Isaiah Likely / something just skirted in my ear there. Let's make sure nobody's in my set. Nobody's here. I don't know. That was weird. I don't know about that guy. I don't know about that Coach Speak guy. I don't know, man. Was it actually Coach Speak or was it the Coach Speak Index guy? He's a little goofy to me. I don't subscribe to his stuff. He's a nice guy. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying he's a little goofy. After that whole little mix up that he had with Liam. that whole interaction was awkward. And we all know here I'm not, pro Liam, but in that conversation I kind of was. Yeah, they said he catches everything. Yeah, but see, but does he block everything? So I'm trying to get it to focus on me. For some reason, I'm all blurry. I don't know. I think he's gonna be like that's why I think he's gonna be the Isaiah Likely to Mark Andrews, where he can be productive. I'm not saying he can't be productive. I think that's where I don't want to be misconstrued. I think he can be productive. I just don't think it's gonna be anything we want it to be. I guess. I just want people to like don't expect him to be Brock Bowers. You know what I mean? Expect where you're drafting him. Expect him to be K. Dotton production, Dalton Schultz production, Jatavian Sanders from last year. Jatavian Sanders was catching everything too. Any spike at his price is fine though. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And maybe that's why I'm like more higher on the earlier tight ends. And maybe that's my issue. It's like I want a real spike because I don't think even his high spike will be good enough because I don't believe in any of the quarterbacks over there. I think that was our last running back too. Let's see here. Obviously, 20th round. There's only one other position that needs to be picked. So we'll go ahead and read off my team. Yep, it's a tight end left. Okay, so we have CMC, Ladd McConkey, Garrett Wilson, Jaden Daniels, Devontae Smith, Roma Dunze, Cooper Kupp, Jordan Addison, Bo Nix, Justin Fields, Trey Harris, Najee Harris, Trey Benson, Zach Ertz, Alec Pierce, Pat Bryant, Jalen Noel. I want to say Brashard Smith, but my brain's not right. Yeah, but it is Brashard. It is Brashard Smith. Brashard Smith, Marshawn Lloyd, and tight end. Oh my gosh, AJ Barner went off. That's one of my guys. Tight end will be who will be my tight end? The guy from the Packers, Luke Musgrave, maybe. Based off all these other tight ends that flew off the board, homie went with 5 tight ends. 5 tight ends. Oh, they're playing tic tac toe there for a second. Ben Sinnott. Oh my, we are double Washington tight end. Maybe, hear me out. We're playing it the year that this 2022-2023 year where Zach Ertz was on the Cardinals and Trey McBride was also on the Cardinals. And Zach Ertz, held down the job for about 50% of the year. And then Trey McBride exploded the last 2 weeks. That's the season we're hoping for here. The year that I won it, I did win it with 1 tight end. Essentially, this is what we're going to need it for this team too. All right, and our boy Blue-Eyed Bandit, a.k.a. Aaron Avery, at the 2-hole. He went CeeDee Lamb, Bucky, Omarion Hampton, T-Mac, George Pickens, Caleb Johnson, Deebo Samuel, Darnell Mooney, J.K. Dobbins, Drake May, Luther Burden, Tank Bigsby, Bayshall Tootin, Hollywood Brown, Mike Gesicki, De'Ami Brown, Harold Fannin, Daniel Jones, Spencer Rattler, Will Disley. Would you build 3683? Nice. 2495. So weird. Never seen that. 2495. 5 tight ends. A lot of 4 tight end builds. A lot of 4 tight end builds. I am not used to seeing that many 4 tight end. I've seen 4 quarterbacks a few times. 4 tight ends is wild. According to, was it Herzig or was it Leone or somebody said it was a high advance rate. I'm just not for a lot of tight ends. Based on, I won it with 1 and typically I've drafted fairly early. So, all right. I will give it another 2 minutes. If we get a new Patreon member, we will run a 3rd draft. If not, we're going to call it here. Let's see here. We can pull up my Spike Week. It's not updated since Saturday or Friday. Since Friday, I have not updated it. So excuse the mess. If you click it and get lineups there, anyways. So it'll be updated tomorrow. All right, I clicked it. So yeah, this is my highest exposures. Cooper Kupp, Najee Harris, Pat Bryant, obviously. Let's see here. Najee Harris and Pat Bryant had the same bye week. I didn't realize that, but I wasn't really planning on it. I have a bunch of Keenan Allen, which I wasn't expecting him to go back to the Chargers. I just feel like sometimes people just create narratives in their heads that work out that way. And obviously, with my highest owned quarterback at 33%, I wasn't expecting to pair it up with Keenan Allen. But I ain't mad at it, you know. Like I love Keenan Allen. I just thought he would go somewhere else. I didn't want to dream that, you know, one of our best wide receivers of all time going back to my team was a thing. Now, I'm excited about it? No, because I had some Trey Harris. But KLS might be coming for that job too. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we refresh this, does it auto-populate? Let's refresh. Let's see what it does. The DraftKings. Was that my number 100 draft? No, I did 100 drafts the other day. So or maybe it's still updating. Lines of Descent. I don't think it's going to update today, but we'll look at it tomorrow. I think this is 108, 106. So, CS guys, it catches everything. Any spiker is fine. I'm not a bully by any means. No, you're good. I'm not a bull by any means. Yeah, that's a bully. You ain't a bully. Yeah. What else can we do here? Exposure. So yeah, I'm just very much see a 50. It says 51% elite tight end. I don't know what they consider elite tight end, because elite tight end means like the first 3 rounds. And though I do get a lot of Trey McBride and Brock, it's only like 20%. So I don't know what they consider elite tight end. And I wonder what the late round tight end is. Okay. So if this is correct, so if I do quarterback wide receiver, that might change now. Quarterback wide receiver tight end. Okay. Who is my highest owned naked quarterback? Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield. It's only 3%, but it's funny. 2 players stacked with my quarterbacks. We go Justin Herbert. 1 player stacked with my quarterbacks. Brock Purdy. And that would be Ricky Pearsall. Ricky Pearsall and Brock Purdy, 100%. That is that every single time. Herbert is probably Najee or Marion Hampton or Quentin Johnson. There's actually a lot of guys with Herbert that I stack with. So the most popular build I've only done twice, 3-6-8-3. This is the build that has won it in consecutive years. Obviously, I like to bet on black when it's hit red twice. You know what I'm saying? I like to bet the opposite. Let's see here. Has it changed? My 102 lineups. Yeah, it has not come in yet. Let's see here. If we filter, see if the ADP value has changed. I don't know if it changes overall or whatnot. My best one is Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Drake May, Jalen Warren, Ray Davis, Blake Corum, TJ Giddens, Rashard Smith, Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins, JSN, Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, Roma Dunze, Thielen, Jalen McMillions, Keenan Allen, Jalen Noel. He's going to fly off the board so crazy. Laporta, TJ Hawkinson. Yeah, this wide receiver room was kind of nuts if you think about it. Where they're going now in the Millie Maker. Neighbors, Nico, JSN, Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, like Roma Dunze. Like, I could have stopped right here at wide receiver, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could have stopped at 6 wide receivers based on how good this wide receiver room was. I probably should have, but it is what it is. This one has Najee. This has got to be a good team. Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Devin A. Chain, Chase Brown, Travion Henderson, Najee Harris, so minus 48. Tank Bigsby, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf. So hold on. CeeDee Lamb and Hill, Devin A. Chain, and Chase Brown. That's kind of wild. DK Metcalf, Chris Olave, Ricky Pearsall, Quentin Johnson, Pat Bryant, Dontavian Wicks, A.D. Mitchell, Roman Wilson, Tucker Kraft, Tyler Conklin. 27 picks past ADP for Tucker Kraft. Oof. The quarterback values were insane in this one. Prescott and Herbert. All right, let's check the Patreon, see if anybody signed up. No signups today. It's okay. My feelings are not hurt. I appreciate all the members that are part of the Patreon. And don't forget, if you are in the Patreon, please sign up for the ESPN League. There are 3. What the hell was that? Oh, it's because it's coming out of the free NFL Playoff Predictor app. I was like, what in the world? I keep hearing random noises. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys sign up for the Patreon there. Patreon.com/Best Ball Nation. How do I click here to close? Close. Okay. I should shut it up for a second. Yeah, it should be $5 Best Ball Nation. Patreon.com/Best Ball Nation. $5. Maybe want to hold on to it to the next time we do a stream so you guys can get that third draft. If not, we'll be back tomorrow at after bedtime for my kids. It's usually I come home around 7. I get done eating 7:30. We're looking at roughly 8:30 at the earliest. 9 o'clock streams are probably where it's going to be at. So it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun.